I want to take a look at the three currency pairs that give me a feeling of geography as far as from Europe to the U.S., and in the middle I'm putting euro to the pound, which is almost like the D-mark to the pound, but they're neighbors. So this currency kind of trades like the dollar against the Canadian, whereas it moves into, when it moves, it kind of moves in a jerky manner. It doesn't have a smooth, it doesn't look like the old-fashioned stock market where it's nice, smooth, makes sense. It's kind of illiquid in terms of the spread here is 4 pips, and this is a fixed pip account, I think. But that's kind of nice too if you're going to run any of these algorithms. If you have a fixed pip broker, you're not going to get that killer price, that really great price. You're just going to get a clean pip away, and they may give you a requote, and then they may tell you, okay, you're going to have to put your orders about 5 to 10 pips away from current price because, you know, we're already giving you a fixed pip spread. We've already given you an insurance policy, so for the cost of that, they're going to, you know, but it's okay. Now, right now, I'm on the monthly, and it looks like the market's closed practically because it's so quiet at this time of night. But I put 100 pips of range up here, and we're right in the middle of, roughly in the middle of 1,000 pip range. So it's approximately 500 and above 500 below current. So this is actually about 700 pips, 600 pips outside, but I would say that right now the pound's winning the retracement war, the bounce off of psychotically low, and this is 700 pips to 800 pips below, swing down into undoubtedly historical prices. This currency doesn't move so much, and it's got a really wide spread, so it's like trading corn or something. It doesn't have the greatest you know, you're not going to have the excitement of trading the pound. It's probably the most volatile pair right now. And then the euro coming in second on the volatility. Of course, see, the spread's bigger, so you kind of it's a trade-off if you're a scalper because you're so you're getting such a terrible see this jagged double bottom where it's just kind of a really jagged walking pattern where when this guy is climbing that same hill, he's got a nice smooth, you know, just nice flow to it. And this one's very, you know, just jagged. This guy here is kind of does a lot of, like I said, I have to zoom out one level to see the actual normal choppiness. This is a ridiculous price. This definitely could come all the way back up into here. Of course, this is the monthly view, back up into $1.22. That's quite a you know, we're definitely cheap. But at 110, we're already doing pretty good. We're about off the lows there, you know. 500 pips, about 400 pips off the low there. Look, taking this broad view of it, if you just had to be, this is a range. You know, this is stuck in a range since 2008. This has been really, euro's really getting clobbered. And when you took out this floor here, that was a problem. But this looks like the most likely candidate for the next retrace because right now it's currently being held down really hard. And this is coming back. So in the war of like, what is everybody doing? Who's on first? This one's coming back. This one already came back. So the next challenge here is to, and this is just a wonderfully, top becomes a bottom, just as clear as a bell. But what are you going to do right now? If you miss this bottom, this is really the place to buy, right? And this one, you know, this might have to do a double bottom now. Or this could do what this has done and just scream all the way back to here, which is only another 200 pips. So by the end of the week, definitely by the end of the month, it looks like we're going to get that final. That'll be the first month we closed up. This week is the end of the month, so we're coming to the end. And it's going to be easier to trade this from the long side if this becomes the final low. This guy looks like it's going to want to trade sideways for a while now. Consolidate, maybe. Here's the weekly view. And in the weekly view, it definitely looks like a no-brainer for the failure for the market to swing down into this projection off of these two lows, and they just couldn't hold it underwater. And this being the water table, they just couldn't hold it down there. So this thing's screaming north. But you guys, I mean, for me, I'm always dropping down the 4-hour chart or lower to get in anything, because I want to make at least 20 pips, 5 to 20 pips, right? If I can make 5 to 20 pips a day, that's so much money. I don't have to be in for these monthly. I mean, this is nearly 1,000 pip. But this looks like the next candidate for the. You're 100 and I've seen this a million times with the market's only 100 pips from historical areas, and it just keeps going down. And if you're looking for the retrace, you kind of have to trade on the defense side, where you just keep stacking up buy stops, 50 pips above, and just keep on stacking them. And just walk away. So here, let me go weekly on everybody and get a feel for that. We're definitely turning the corner. We've got a first place we can draw a trend line on this, and this will be the first month close up. Not to say there's not a little bit of bears left to take this down, but we got this beautiful smaller range bar here, and this is popping up. So definitely the seller entry is going to be, or the target for if you're long, and we're just clearing the trees on that. This is a double top on the daily here, and this one is a place to put buy limits to get in on the retest, or put a buy limit down here and get in on this kind of trade here, where it goes into psycho levels. But I think you're going to want to put like a 50 pip stop on that, and maybe 100 pip take profit. So when this bottom will become a top on the bounce, so you're kind of getting out in front of the whole scenario there. And then this one, you can create a channel off of that. And now it would go to the daily, and I'll probably zoom out because I'm losing my ability to see in the rearview mirror. Can't see behind me. And the nice thing is, when these trend lines are enclosed, you don't have that problem of them looking all jacked up on the other time frames. If you always draw your trend lines enclosed, you'll never get caught in the of the chart just not making sense. Now this is the reference to create the channel and find the lowest close within these 2 points, and now you got your pivot point. So this definitely looks like the buy. Buy limits here, possible retest, and it look like the sellers are probably going to jump on a couple of these guys. But yeah, we're right at the borderline here. Got triple top, but I think this is probably going to finally be a breakout pullback. Maybe we have to pull back to here by Thursday on the jobs report, and then it's going to be a slow. I mean, this is going to take days. I don't even want to look at this chart. It's going to take days. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Come to think of it, forget about it. Just go to the 30-minute chart. I'm just trying to make a few pips. I always want to show those big time frames, but in the end, I'd have to say the half hour is probably your best bang for the buck. Okay, earlier there was a slight buy here. I guess you could have picked up a few pips. I guess 1 hour is more realistic this time of night. You want to be at least see yesterday's prices. Look at this amazing explosion on this. Now look at this 1 hour. Thanks. I screwed up the scale on that. But look at this big stop hunt on this euro to the pound. This is a really crazy, wacky. This currency is just market maker haven. They just love stopping this guy out. Come down all the way to the previous top. This top, and then this top, and then this is a big deal because there's a bottom, became a flat, became a top. And it's like a compression zone down here. And here's the ultimate. The internal top inside the bottom. So I definitely have buy limits on every one of those. And just walk away from that. See what happens. This one, yikes. I think you got to put a buy limit way down here. There's just too many people aboard that train. I guess I have more faith in this guy because it's so choppy. Let's go the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. This thing's a colorful mess of chop. It looks like accumulation phase here, and these guys are. This is due for a pullback probably to here tonight. At least pull back like 30 pips. So for all the scalpers that are going from this session to the European session, this pretty much opens up in about 4 hours, and then there's probably going to be a blast up and a blast down. Can't really say what usually comes first because they may think this is too expensive. Right at the like, there's definitely a pile of sellers up here always. It looks like ever since this spike, sellers have come in repeatedly. But I think it's going to be a little bit at some point. It's finally the boy that cried wolf. It's finally going to be a problem. It's going to go through that zone, or it stalls out there. But it's going to take days for that to unfold. This was the really killer trade, was getting in on this pound. Because this is definitely, that was the big pivot. And this probably could keep going now, because now it looks like it's going to be one of those ridiculous things where they got to go after this by Friday or something. That double bottom that became a top, you're 150 pips away from that right now. So that's conceivable. And then the daily, of course, on here, you're still in the blue, so you know, having your orders a big pack here, but based upon the 4 hour structure, or the 1 hour, I base those on the 1 hour, way back in there, and that's the 4 hour, which I have this key top became a bottom on the 4 hour, which was the real, that internal top becomes a bottom. The top inside of the bottom, and here's the big triple bottom, breaks through, gets all like they came up and they grabbed the bears, stops here, ripped it all the way back. This is a good place to get in on this. Yeah, but I think Euro pound looks like it's settling down for a. If we could take out this peak and go ripping north, take out all that blue. You know, it's all getting kind of like scrunched down there.